Hello, welcome in. I'm Sue Cypher. I am a divine psychic medium, lightworker, starseed, among many other things, and I am here to deliver you a message, a tarot message, okay? If this message is finding you, there is definitely some kind of message in here that your spirit is wanting to hear, okay? And guys, I am recording this on QuickTime again. I don't know if you saw my other QuickTime recording. I thought the quality was going to be terrible, okay? But I want to get more of these messages out, and this is a way that I can do it. That's very easy, and I know the quality is not going to be like super amazing, but I don't care. I was surprised. I was honestly surprised at the quality. So I'm going to keep using this, and I'm sorry, I'm still going to use my phone, but my phone kind of like, sometimes it clogs up with memory, you know what I mean? So I'm just going to do some messages like this as well. I'm going to mix up the vibe here. So hopefully you don't mind. I'm going to trust that Spirit has connected us for a beautiful reason. Okay, remember to take what resonates, discard the rest, as this is a general message for many people, so it may not fit completely, and yet maybe it will. Who knows? So let's dive in. I've already pulled some cards for today. Okay, I want to start with Oracle. We got the All That Glitters card here, as well as the Round and Round, okay? Look at the colors, right? Isn't it gorgeous? This is such an interesting message because All That Glitters really talks about falling for masks, okay? Falling for kind of the surface level of life, right? Like, all that glitters is not always gold. I think that's a saying. That's what's coming through anyway. But it's like what's happening here is there's a cycle, and especially coming in with the Round and Round, there's a cycle that you've been on or that you are still on, okay? Because see the spiral here. The spiral always talks about this kind of like literally round and round cycle that we go on when we learn a new lesson. We don't have to be hard on ourselves about this either, because it is literally how we learn in this dynamic of life. It's how we learn in this dynamic of reality. We tend to go through an experience of something again and again and again, and then maybe by that third time that we go through it, we notice the pattern. So I feel like you're noticing a pattern here. Okay, because the third time or however many times you've been round this same block, okay, you wake up to it and you're like, I am so freaking done with this feeling or this realization or this experience. Why do I keep experiencing it? And with all that glitters, it really feels like this is to do with relationships, or this is to do with other people, because it's funny, I actually had my friend call me today about just like a guy she's dealing with, okay? And I'm obviously not going to get into it because I respect her privacy, but I'm going to obviously share a little bit. Like, it's like she's kind of been down this road before, you know? And sometimes it's like we can go for what we feel attracted to or what visually looks attractive, okay? But then when we get to know what's really under the surface, or when we finally get that glimpse of what's under the surface, it's like the glitter disappears, right? The shine disappears, okay? And it's because really all the things on the surface level, like of reality, even with money, with attaining things, right? It's like sometimes we want those things, or we desire those things so that we can look a certain way or appeal to a certain group, or because it gives us status, right? So I feel like there is this cycle that you have been on where you've gone around and round and round, and you're finally ready to release the karmic journey that you have been on and that you've been attached to. it really feels like you're finally breaking through a cycle, because with the round and round, it does talk about that. It talks about you've finally broken through a cycle, or you're about to, because you've experienced it so many times now that it cannot have any more power over you. Your soul has literally designed this path for you to walk down this many times, okay? So you don't need to feel bad about yourself. This is literally how your human is experiencing and learning, and how your soul is choosing to expand. So I do feel a heart expansion, actually. I do feel a heart expansion. I'll get to that in a second, okay? But yeah, with the Four of Cups coming out here with the round and round, okay? It's like you're so bored of this. Whatever this situation is, if maybe it could be a relationship for you, it's any kind of cycle. It can even be with work, okay? Giving your power away to someone else, to some other corporate kind of establishment. It could be like taking on study when, you know, like taking on more of a workload, right? Rather than maybe prioritizing some kind of rest. I don't know why that's coming through. But there's some kind of round and round approach to life that you're having, where you're finally seeing through it, and you're finally releasing the kind of surface level attachment to it, is what it feels like, because you're seeing beyond the mask of something, seeing beyond the mask of someone even, because I mean, it does have like faces here, right? And it does feel like there's a lot of empowerment that's coming here, because we have the Strength card here. Okay. Strength. Ruled by Leo. So it feels like there is this kind of... it's actually really interesting, the imagery of this card, okay? Because the child, on the original Rider-Waite, it's the lion, right? But the lion really does symbolize our most passionate, raw, vital energy that comes straight from spirit realm, right? That is our life force, which really truly is our inner child, actually. So this loving image that you see, this nurturing image that you see, right? That is talking about self-love. Self-love, that is feminine magic. The feminine, divine feminine magic is self-love, the power of love, the power of suggestion to our subconscious, which is the whole big part of us, right? The whole big non-physical part of us. Okay, so this is really talking about the end of the cycle, the releasing of this burdensome journey where you would go for very surface level things. You would be fooled and gullible by some kind of mask, some kind of surface level thing that would constantly leave your heart feeling dissatisfied, constantly leaving you in a place that would cause you to have to really sit and look at your emotions, or really sit and process things like, what is this? What is going on here? Why am I at this place again? Why am I feeling so low again? Why am I feeling so depressed again? Why am I feeling all this anxiety? Why hasn't this worked out for me again? Right? That's what this is really communicating to me. Okay, and there's something really beautiful though with this cycle, because I know being in a round and round cycle, a negative cycle, can just feel demoralizing. It can feel painful. Honestly, it can feel, it can really get you down actually, because you can almost start to think like, am I doing something wrong here? Please don't think that, okay? You are being advised to absolutely close the door on something. Close the door on this old way of being attracted to something, okay? I feel like you're breaking through a cycle of being attracted to a certain type of person. That's what's coming through for at least some of you, okay? And this is so beautiful, the next part of this message. You are enough with the Queen of Pentacles, okay? I feel like what this is causing you to learn is self-love, the power of it, but also that you are enough. You are enough as you are. And anyone that doesn't see that straight away, honor that straight away. Anyone that crosses boundaries, desires to take from you, desires to grab from you, right? Takes your energy, leans on you to a point of making you question and confused. I know this card's not about confusion, but we can tend to go into a Four of Cups when we're feeling overstimulated, anxious, unsure, right? Confusion. We go into the Four of Cups to gain the clarity, to gain the stability again within our emotional state, to get clear on why we feel dissatisfied, okay? You are enough as you are, and anyone that does not automatically see that straight away and honor you, your boundaries, your privacy, what you need to make you needs to go. They need to go. And I don't care like how harsh that even sounds, right? Because the Queen of Pentacles is all about that kind of, that energy. She is the expansive force, okay? So there is an expansion in how you take care of yourself through this, okay? The circumstances may be difficult, but you're learning how to take better care of yourself. Because the Queen of Pentacles is all about, it's actually getting into the body. So that could be something that you're maybe guided to do, like getting into the body to gain the clarity, or it's how we take care of ourselves. She is the best queen for nurturing because she's so aligned with the earth plane, which is Mother Nature, right? So she emanates that energy of Mother Nature, and she's that presence within us that wants to, like, you know, have like really nice sheets on the bed, and that always wants to, you know, make a big dinner for everyone that she loves, and wants to take care of people in that very homely space. It's also that independence that that others can rely on, right? That stability that others can become dependable on, okay? So this is almost like become dependable on yourself, right? And protect yourself. She is a protector also, okay? A protector of her inner realm, because that's where all the beauty and all the true essence of us is, right? So she takes care of the body, she takes care of cooking, she takes care of our energy. She is the taking, it's not how I usually think of the Queen of Pentacles, but it's coming through this way, so I feel like it's resonating with your story, okay? Okay, look at this. We've also got Be Open with the Queen of Cups. This is the heart expansion that I was talking about, okay? These two together, I really feel, are like really strong self-love cards, okay? Now with the Be Open, if you think about it, like, look, there's almost like, whenever I see, I almost said a miracle. Whenever I see a rainbow, to me, it talks about a miracle. So it feels like there is something unseen here, okay? There is some kind of way that you don't fully expect that your heart is opening, okay? Actually, it's so funny that she's making tea. That's a very, like, Queen of Pentacles kind of thing. But anyway, so be open. I feel like be open to what you're actually going to be learning through this kind of difficult situation. Be open to how love can come in for you, okay? And be open to something new, because I feel like the universe is trying to bring you in something that isn't a mask, okay? That is not a mask, that will truly cherish you, love you, help you expand, okay? That will take care of you, okay? Whether it's an energy through yourself or someone external. Be open to something different, right? Be open to something different. Be open to something different. Can I get a little bit more energy actually on this be open and this Queen of Cups, please, Spirit? What's this energy talking about here? Just to gain some clarity. It didn't quite pop, so let's see. Oh, thank you. That one did. Expansion. Look at this. This is the Ace of Cups. Expansion, unconditional self-love, acceptance, Be open to accepting yourself. Be open. Oh, it says self-serving on the card, yo, and she's literally pouring up. She's serving herself some tea, okay? This is like, be open to new ways of loving yourself. Look for new ways to serve you, right? And you will start to attract better things that aren't masks, that truly want to serve you. Okay? It's almost like there's some kind of like resistance from an old journey that you've been attached to actually showing yourself love. There's a new paradigm, another ace, yo. This energy is amazing. 2 aces does show that there's huge change here. Huge change here. Exploring a new paradigm. There's a brain expansion, a mental expansion, a breakthrough. Yeah, so you're seeing through this cycle. You're absolutely seeing through this cycle, and you're realizing that it's meant to be about self-love. Like, you're realizing that you have deserved so much more love than perhaps what you've been receiving from this kind of masked paradigm is what I want to say. Okay, let's see what else wants to come through. Yeah, fractured soul. So a fractured soul can really talk about trauma, like a past trauma. Yeah, past trauma that has been causing you to take on too much energy, take on too much burden. Oh, the whatever this cycle is, it's about you carrying too much, taking on too much, right? Probably because you haven't felt worthy of connections that truly take care of you, right? You have royal energy. You have royal energy, regal, royal energy. You have to see it before anyone else can, you know? You have to see it before you can attract it in on the physical plane. Yeah, look, there's a lot of like heavy energy. You are protected through this cycle. You are protected through learning this lesson. So while it might feel terrible, you are actually very protected. And as you break through this cycle, okay, overflowing abundance will be showered upon you because you're entering a world of dreams, because you're breaking out of the cycle. You're realizing you are enough. So I am going to leave the message there, guys. Let me know down below if this message is relating to you, if it resonates. Thank you so much for sticking to the end of this video. If you've stayed to the end, what am I seeing? Put like a little, a little like teapot. Is there a teapot? There's got to be a teapot. Put a little teapot in the comments. Thank you so much for your support here on this channel. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for your likes. Thank you for your donations. I appreciate them so much. And I'll see you in a future video. Make sure to follow for more, and I'll see you in the comments. Mwah. Bye.